Well, what's up, good people?
What up? What up? What up? What going on?
Welcome
on?
and welcome back to In Real Time with me, Makaila.
Yeah.
This is just In Real Time. And In Real Time, Tab was like, let's make a video while we're at the beach.
Yeah,
So that's what we're doing.
because it's in real time, right?
And y'all will see, like, I already had this outfit on.
In the other video, but it don't even matter. That's
It
why you
don't
just
matter. I'm so weak. So yeah, this is just In Real Time with us. We are at the beach. It's my birthday weekend.
Where they
Y'all
mamas
probably
at?
already maybe seen the birthday video. And so just the perfect situation to just pull out the cameras and just talk.
We can bring up a topic, man, that I think is prevalent. All right, don't turn my mic off. Doing it crazy.
Sorry.
So
Is it-
we
wait, is it still on?
yeah, it's green.
Oh.
So in reading New Testament, man, I noticed that Jesus, he was a well-liked individual, right? Right.
He was well liked by his people, but he was a well known, hated
All right,
individual.
I ain't gonna say well-liked, but I meant well-followed individual.
Yes, yeah.
Right. He was a well-followed individual. You know, wherever he went, he had a bunch of disciples and everything following him, right?
Yeah.
And one thing I noticed and I admired a lot is that he like to be by himself.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like he would like dip off and say, "All right, I need to go chill. I need to go sleep. I need to go think. I need to go pray. I need to go spend time with myself, by myself,
And spend time with the Father.
and spend time with the Father." And that's one thing I
Oh, look at
admire.
that Spanish boat.
You know what I'm saying? Like, oh yeah, look at the Spanish boat.
Yeah, my bad.
It's crazy. The one thing I admired a lot, you know, about Jesus and reading the New Testament, and those are characteristics that I enjoy myself. You know, I enjoy spending time with myself. I enjoy just spending time with the family, or being in the basement, or chilling, or whatever that might be. Look at these fools in real time while we record and talk about Jesus.
Like what?
They crunk too.
Oh my goodness.
That's crazy.
Okay.
Man, where was I?
You were saying like how you find yourself to be like Jesus, wanting to be alone.
Yeah, or wanting to be like Jesus and just like want to be alone and just like spend time with myself, spend time with God, spend time with the family, spend time with all of the above, right? Understanding that it's okay to want to be alone. It's okay to want to isolate yourself. It's okay to want to just learn yourself a little bit.
Yeah.
It's okay to learn more about who you are, what you like, what you don't like, and sometimes really be selfish with your time.
And I think in that season when you are isolated, that's when you find what do I like as Makaila like? What do I like if no one else is around?
Yeah.
What do I enjoy when no one else is around?
Yeah.
What do I like when I don't know what the trends are because I'm in an isolation season? You just really truly like separate yourself from the world. Holy means to be set apart. And so I think God allows all of us to go, like when Jesus was in the wilderness for 40 days, like we all go through this period of where you have to, in order to learn yourself, you have to get along.
Yeah.
You got to cut all the outside noise off. I mean, if you're married, I'm not saying to separate from your spouse in order to find who you are.
Yeah.
But it does mean that you have to be intentional about doing the things that are going to help you find yourself, even if that means, okay, normally on Friday nights, me and Tab chill together, but this Friday night, I really need to just have some alone time and see what's going on with myself and different things like that. So I find joy in being alone too.
Yeah. I feel like I almost find too much joy in being alone. As of lately, you know, we built out the basement. It's not finished, but you know, we done came a long way. We got air down there, you know, we got carpet. I got my own office and own space. So I feel like, boy, I'm on a rock or something like that sometimes. But I'd be fine with that. I didn't realize how much of an introverted person that I can be until I, you know, got my own space where.
You really are an introvert.
Yeah.
I'm an introvert too.
Yeah.
I always thought you were more of an extrovert though. You're more extroverted than me.
I am, but I think even in an extroverted situation, I find ways to be an introvert. Like I don't try to run to the crowd. I may already be the crowd, and then or in the crowd, and it becomes a crowd, but I'm not running to the crowd to try to get no attention, notoriety, or whatever whatever else might come with it. That just come with where I'm at. But
Yeah.
for the most part, I be chilling.
I think growing up, I always felt isolated. Really, now that I think back to it,
Yeah,
I think like a lot of the times I would just have my one or two friends who are my close friends, and like I didn't care to fit into the crowd. I think that like I wasn't a lame or anything, but I also was okay with doing whatever I like my own thing. I don't know.
yeah, yeah,
That's a whole other
yeah,
topic.
yeah.
But
No, it's the same topic. I think
yeah,
it goes along with what we're talking about.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like I would the same. Like
yeah,
my friends would go do whatever they wanted to do, but I would actually go work out and go to football practice or go run 4 miles around the neighborhood or something like that. And I would go to the mall by myself
yeah,
and eat by myself and do
yeah.
things by myself. I enjoy being by myself.
And doing the things that you want to do, like even
Yeah,
like in high school, when I say my two close friends, they would skip school in high school. Like I never
yeah,
skipped school. It's just like, okay, those are my two closest friends, but I'm still going to do the things that I want to do.
yeah,
And y'all
yeah,
just let me know how it was. Like I'm not skipping school. Like I don't care what y'all got going on. I'm not skipping
yeah,
school.
yeah. They might be watching that, so I don't want you on here lying.
One on watching.
All right.
And she know who she is.
So I don't want you on here lying now. If you watching and
Oh
she
no,
lying,
you
put
talk
lying
to
at the
her.
bottom.
You talk to her. She would tell you. Makaila did not go with us. Like
yeah.
Makaila did not go with us.
Yeah. I think making time for yourself should be mandatory for every person. Because at the end of the day, you're gonna be the only one in that casket when
Yeah.
you die.
Yeah.
You came in this world alone. God got a specific vision for you. So if you're not necessarily, selfish with it, or not even, yeah, if you're not even selfish with it, or if you're not intentional about how you're spending your time, then somebody else will find ways to spend your time. So like I go and work out in the morning at 5:30. That's selfish on my behalf, but I'm not hindering my family or hindering the time that I have with the family.
Yeah.
Even after hours, I go out, with the bros on Thursday night. Whenever I have downtime, I like to read. The things that I want to do as a person, I do.
Yeah.
So if there isn't time for me to do what I want to do as a person, then I make time for it.
I think when you say the term selfish means that you lack consideration for others. So is selfish the right term?
Maybe selfish isn't the right term, but I would say
Intentional with your
intentional would be
personal time.
intentional would be the right term.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Intentional
yeah. So maybe
with
I'm
your
not a
personal
selfish
time.
person,
You're not selfish at all.
but I'm intentional with my time and what I do with it and how I spend it.
Because I think selfish has a negative connotation to it. I think a selfish individual literally thinks only about themselves, literally thinks the world revolves around them, does
Yeah,
not consider others, and that's not you at all.
yeah. I don't
I
think that's
think you're
me.
intentional when you have your personal time.
Yeah, yeah. But I enjoy spending time in my. I enjoy what I do in my personal time,
Yeah.
doing it
Yeah.
by myself.
Yeah.
Wait, no, don't touch that. No, no. Don't touch that, baby. Go ahead. Go somewhere. Yeah, and also as it relates to time, man, I think we on one of the other videos we were talking about the time that we spend on our phones.
Hmm.
So I don't spend a lot of time on social media, right?
Yeah.
And that's by reason, that's by intent. But on the way down here, like it's your birthday or whatever, right? And I was thinking in my head, like, man, let me find a way to find a perfect picture, perfect caption,
Yeah.
perfect everything to post a picture of you on your birthday. Although I'm with you the whole 24 hours for your birthday, probably
Right.
with 2 minutes away to spare.
Right.
And I spend way too much time trying to do that.
And I'm with you right here.
And you right here, and I spend way too much time trying to. And I ain't even no picture poster, but I just like, all right. I posted Nolan for his birthday. Maybe Kayla gonna feel some type of way if I don't post her for her birthday. And I'm like, bro, you
Now
know
you
what, bro?
know.
I just spent a whole hour of time that I would rather be doing something else, trying to find a caption
Yeah.
and the perfect picture to post for your birthday. And I'm like, you know what, bro? I'm tripping. That ain't even me.
Yeah. And you know for sure that's not me, because like
Yeah.
you with me right now in real life, like
Yeah.
literally in real life with me. Wait. In real time, we had to pick up and change location because Jenna was not letting us be great.
Jenna, wow, man. Shout out to Jenna.
Jenna was intentionally getting in the video. Jenna was trying to be seen. So
shout out to Jenna,
shout
man.
out to you, Jenna. Yeah, so now we just move locations. We move back to the beach.
Yeah, yeah,
This is
yeah.
such a vibe.
Yeah, we're gonna I'm gonna turn it around and let y'all see the other side of the beach.
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out where I was going with that, but I think even if I can just pick back up randomly, man, it's a lot to say about wasting time on these phones.
I think maybe I don't know if you're trying to say this, but I think because we started off the conversation with like isolation period and like being alone. I think even in your isolation period, you have to ensure that you're still doing intentional things.
Yeah.
Because you could be in your isolation season, wilderness season, when God is pulling you away from everything and everyone, and still waste all your time. Like
Yeah.
legit, still come out of your wilderness season, isolation season, and really no better off than you were when you went in. Like God puts you in the isolation season for a reason.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's to learn about yourself, learn about him, read the word, read something that's going to help improve yourself. And so you could really, when I first got on my walk, I could have easily in my isolation period scrolled the whole
Yeah.
time, scrolled for a whole year.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know if that's what you were getting at, but that's just what
Yeah.
came to
Yeah.
my
Yeah.
mind.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
if it wasn't, I think that's still a good point. Even if you disconnect from the world, if you disconnect from social media, man, you really got to find something productive to do with that time.
Yeah.
And maybe read a book.
Yeah.
Maybe actually figure out, or at least try to figure out why you here on Earth, why you exist. You know what I'm saying? I think we all need to, we all have a purpose. Everybody. If you're watching this or not, like everybody has a purpose on this earth.
You are
So
here
I
for a
think
reason.
in your downtime or in whatever time you got, like be intentional about figuring out what God got you here. What are you good at?
Yeah.
What's your actual hobby? You know what I'm saying? Like what makes you happy?
Ask your parents, what did I always do as a child?
Yeah.
Like what was I naturally drawn to as a child? What did I enjoy doing as a child? Because I feel like
Yeah.
childhood gifts are things that shine through naturally, but unfortunately sometimes we as parents may not pick up on it, or we may not nurture it.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And that's the very thing that you're naturally gifted at
Yeah.
that could turn into whatever it's meant to turn into.
Facts. It can be art, man.
Yeah,
It can
art,
be
math,
math.
it could be swimming, it could be so
It could
many
be
things.
swimming.
Cooking, it could
It's
be so many
cooking.
things.
It can be public speaking.
Yeah.
It can be therapy, like listening and being a listening ear to your friends and giving sound advice from
Sound advice, wise
with
counsel.
wise counsel and judgment. So, you know, it can be whatever it might be. But I think first and foremost we gotta understand who we are, before we try to do anything, man.
I think first and foremost, you have to remove yourself from really all your comfortable surroundings in order
Yeah.
to figure out yourself. You got to remove yourself from any distractions. You got to remove yourself from not just completely, because like I said, like if you're married and you got kids, like you just cannot remove yourself from your husband and your wife and your kids. But anything else outside of that, you can legit remove yourself from to find yourself.
Yeah.
And I think that's so important as we grow into adulthood, is to really sit down with yourself, look yourself and hold the mirror up in front of you, and truly have a reflection period on all the things that maybe you don't like about yourself, or maybe you can actually think about what do people normally say about me, and let me just take that into consideration.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
you can only do that when you take time to sit down with yourself. Like
Yeah.
you just at some point in life, y'all, if you want to grow and evolve and heal, you have to sit down with yourself. You have to have a self-reflection, self-awareness period, to where you can even uncover the things about yourself that you potentially don't like or need to work on, or that people have always called out in your life. Like for me, people have always said I'm shy. Okay, well, let's see how. And I feel like shy, it's a difference in like being shy and stuck up versus just being shy and cautious with your words and slow to speak, all the things. But I think that you can figure out the things that I keep getting distracted when people are.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
you can't like, I wouldn't say harp on what other people say about you, but pay attention to things that are brought up multiple times about yourself. It
Yeah.
may have some truth to it,
I would agree with that 100%. It might have some truth to it, or it might not.
or it might
It might
not.
be some negative stuff that you really don't want to stick with you.
Right,
Boy, you just like your daddy. Well, how was my daddy?
right.
Well, is that a
Oh, how
good
was
thing? Is
he?
that a compliment or not?
Right,
You know
right,
what I'm saying? Or you just like your mom,
right.
etc. So I just it could be either way.
Yeah.
Honestly. And I would say one thing that really, I guess, story time, man. So I was going through, my whole, not even little, I was going through my whole really, self healing or self helping type journey. I
Yeah.
think like after he was born, after Noah was born, if I'm not mistaken. But well, I took a lot of time really to myself. I stopped. I put down social media. I really stopped watching the news. I stopped reaching out to people that weren't reaching out to me. I stopped trying to insert myself in a situation where it didn't naturally come, and I started really picking up on stuff that I really like doing. And I think that's how I kind of got to where I am today, as it relates to just, I guess, how I think and how I feel mentally about myself. Because the news, that's owned by somebody, right?
Yeah.
So the news job is not to tell the good news. The news job is to tell the news that will get the views,
They'll draw the emotional
that draw the
strings.
emotional strings. So I had to realize that, put that down. Social media, man, it's a monster out there on the world wide web. It'll drain you if you let it. If you spend all time on social media, man, you're a person. Naturally, you're gonna fall into everything that come with it. Comparison, scrolling.
Scrolling,
You're gonna
fear.
fall into fear. You're gonna fall into time wasting.
Mm-hmm.
Fear. Obviously, you go on TikTok, man. It ain't nothing. By the time you put your phone down, it ain't nothing in the world you can do. Can't even eat a sandwich.
You can't even breathe the
You
air.
can't even breathe the air. You
You
can't
can't even
even.
drink water. Literally,
Yeah.
yeah, like you'll get off of TikTok and feel like, okay, I need to just at this point, where Jesus at? Because I can't do nothing.
Yeah. So I think when you remove really all distraction, man, and all outside noise, and like tap into God and tap into yourself, I think you become more yourself than you ever been.
Yeah,
You know?
I agree. And I think it's biblical to, if you follow the example of Jesus, right before his ministry started, God sent him into the wilderness for 40 days and 40 nights,
Mm.
fasting,
Yeah.
praying. And I think that if you hear a lot of people, we may not understand that we're actually being put into a wilderness season intentionally by God to just renew ourselves and rid us
Yeah.
of all the old things and prepare us for what's to come. We may not understand that, and we may not even be walking with God at the time that he does that, but I feel like in order to become who God created you to be, you have to go through this season of being set apart, which is what holiness means. It's literally
Yeah.
being set apart. Like, you have to be set apart. We are in the world but not of the world. And when you come to understand, okay, I'm in the world, but like I'm not of the world, meaning I'm not getting wrapped up by what the news is saying. I'm not getting wrapped up by what social media is saying. I'm not getting wrapped up by what all these celebrities are doing. Like, I'm in it, but I'm just not of it. I'm not swayed by what the world got going on, because the world is always going to have something going on.
Yeah.
You gotta find something to be anchored in, because if I was of the world, I would be a hot mess.
Yeah.
I would be so distraught. I would be so distracted. I would be so worried. I would be so fearful. I'd be so jealous. I'd be so envious. It's just
Yeah.
it's nothing good from being of the world.
You'll be so strung out. You'll
Yeah,
be
you be
so
strung
strung out
out.
on the
You're
world,
trying to keep up with the
trying to
world,
keep up with the world, and the world is a really big place,
and the world is getting crazy.
and the world crazy. So it's like, is that even something that you want to keep up with?
Right? Do you even want to really
Nah.
keep up with the world got going on?
Yeah.
Like,
Nah. I don't.
do you want to really adjust your beliefs to what the world got going on right
No,
now?
we don't. We
You
don't.
really
You know what
don't.
I'm saying? Like, I
I
think
don't.
I don't. I say we. Well, I say I know you don't need it for the
Yeah.
most part, but I don't either. My goal is to just keep up with the people around me.
Right.
Keep up with. I think 20 years ago, you only could keep up with the people that were around you,
Yeah.
the people that were from your hometown. The people that were from your high school, the people that were from your area.
Yeah.
You had no idea what I was doing in Montgomery,
Even 12
and you
years
was in
ago,
Decatur.
when we first got on Facebook,
Yeah, I
it
know.
was siloed to just the people you
To
legit
the
knew.
people that you legit knew, but
Yeah.
now
Or
the world
MySpace.
has gotten so big. Or MySpace, yeah, the
MySpace.
world and got so big that I know what they doing in China.
For
I know what
sure.
they doing in the UK,
Yeah. Israel.
Israel, and you know, uh, quite frank, they ain't got nothing to do with me. You either. What they doing in Selma?
Unless God draw me there.
Unless God draw you there, but I don't. It don't have anything to do with me what they doing in St. Louis.
It don't.
You know what I'm saying? So I just think if you sit down and lay your head on your pillow at night and think about all the things that you can think about, you can never go to sleep. You can think 24 hours a day, 7 days a week,
What's that J. Cole
and
verse?
think yourself crazy. Um,
I know you
I
want
know
to.
you want to change the world, but for the night, please, just reach over and hit the lights, please. So hit the lights. Just go to sleep, man. Just put your hey,
Tabby
lights,
told me that
please.
so many times.
Lights, please. Turn off the lights. Now everything just seems all
Like, I
right.
know you want to change the world, but tonight, please, just
Yeah,
cut
I
off
know
the
you
light.
want to change the world, man, but just turn that light off, please. You know what I'm saying? Just get some sleep tonight.
It's so true
Just
because,
get some
yeah, I
sleep,
think we
man.
get exposed to a lot of things that we weren't meant to be exposed to.
Yeah.
And I think, you know, you're supposed to be ingrained in the community in which you live in and impact what you can impact, which is what's tangible, what's within reach. Like, impact the things that are in front of you. But you get so wrapped up in the world because we have access to the world now that you feel like you got a world mission instead of a community and neighborhood mission. So you don't do anything because now you've been exposed to everything and you don't even know where to start. And it's like, let me start right where I can.
Right, right. And
Yeah.
then you got, let's just say if you got five little boys in your neighborhood that you that you see every day, you ride by every day, and your goal is to start a mentorship.
Yeah.
You want to start a mentorship on Instagram, on Facebook, but you got five little boys right here that you can actually start a
Yeah.
mentorship with. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Actually start with the people that are around you that can benefit from what you got and what you're trying to get. I'll be so worried about the major mentorship and getting nonprofit funds and getting nonprofit setting up LLCs and stuff like that, and then to make no impact when you can make an immediate impact with the people that are near you, that are around you. So I think that's important, man. Like just
That's
start with
true.
the people around you in whatever you're doing.
I think unfortunately people get wrapped up on the numbers and so they feel
Yeah,
like if they don't have a huge following, I'm not making an impact. But if you can touch one person, that's better than zero. And we can't chase 1,000 if you don't even have the one yet.
that's what I'm saying.
You can't chase a
Yeah,
thousand if you don't have the five yet.
exactly, exactly.
But
Or
the
yeah,
world we live in, we worship numbers, we worship following, we worship what you can see, which is the numbers. Like, I mean, Facebook, Instagram, all the things are about likes, how many real views you get, how many shares you get. But real life is about you being wherever you are and like letting the spirit speak through you and say, go talk to that person right there. Go impact that person right there.
yeah.
But we gotta value that. We gotta
Facts
value the one. Because Jesus left the 99 to
for the
go
one,
find the one.
for sure.
And
So
so we gotta go find that one loss.
yeah,
We gotta
yeah,
focus on the one.
yeah. Focus on the one.
And I mean, at story time, I had to get to that point because I know I used to chase the numbers and I would be defeated if my videos didn't get a lot of views or a lot of comments or a lot of agreement. And God checked me real quick. He was like, are you doing this for me or for the people? And because the people, if you're doing it for the people, that's going to be ebb and flow. Like, one video may get this, the next video may get that. And so if you're chasing a number, you setting up yourself to be on a dangerous game right now. Like, you're setting
Yeah,
yourself up to be
yeah,
on a slippery slope.
yeah,
Versus if you're following what God tell you to do, whatever he tells you to do, then that's all that should matter. And you have to get to that place of chasing what God has told, like doing what God has told you to do, and not seeking the approval of man,
yeah.
because
Seeking
man may approve
yeah,
you today and they may disapprove of you tomorrow.
seeking the attention.
And the
You know
attention.
the drug. You know
For
attention is a
sure.
tough drug,
Yeah.
man. Attention is a tough drug, boy. I think a study gonna come out sometime within the next 10 to 15 years to talk about the attention and how it's taken over gambling as a top drug
Mm.
in the world.
You been seeing that, or this
No,
is
no,
just
no,
your
no. That's just
assumption?
my assumption.
Mm.
I just think what people do for attention nowadays is ridiculous. It is ridiculous, and I think the attention or the feeling that you get, I think it should be you should celebrate yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like you should get that from the people around you. Like you shouldn't go to the world for validation and attention. I think posting is for attention.
Posting.
Yeah, I think posting pictures are for attention on Instagram or on Facebook, etc. This is my opinion, and I'll tell you why. Tell you why, and I'll tell y'all why. I think for what reason do I need to take a picture of myself just to post on on the World Wide Web to get what? To get a like, to get a comment, or to get attention? Because I can take that same picture on the beach and just have it in my phone and be like, "Wow, it was fresh. That was hard." Or I can post it to get somebody else to say, "Hey, bro, you were fresh. Oh, but that was hard. I like them shoes. Or I like that. I like that.
Yeah.
I like this. I like that. I like this. I like that." Attention, 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 attention.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I think if I'm posting every day, believe it or not, I want some attention.
I think it depends on what you're posting.
Yeah, okay, so it can be attention or intention.
Yeah.
So if you have intent, like if you're trying to uplift somebody, like if you're trying to, what you looking at back there?
Oh, listen.
You're trying to uplift somebody, or you trying to, spread the good news. You trying to help. If you're trying to help in any type of way, this ain't for you.
Yeah.
But if not, if you have no intent behind why you posting a picture, you posting for attention.
Fact. I mean, I 100%
Okay.
agree with it.
Yeah.
I can 100% agree that you're posting for, you either posting for, like you said, you either posting for attention or you're posting with intention.
Yeah.
You have to ask yourself, and like y'all, we got to keep it real with ourselves too. Why did I just post that? Why did I just buy that? Because I remember back in the day, I'm a victim. I would buy an outfit and thinking about how it would look on my IG picture.
Yeah.
We've all done that.
Yeah.
I don't know if you did, but like I know I did for sure. I would buy something and think of how is my picture going to look that I'm going to post.
Facts.
You got to learn how to validate yourself because your wife might not validate you, your husband might not validate you, your mom might not, whoever, they might not validate you. And we cannot go to the internet for validation because that's a dangerous game. Because you're literally putting on for people who legit don't care about you for real.
Yeah.
Like of the 1,000 followers that you have, like we can ask ourselves, how many people do I actually talk to in real life? It's probably like 5%, if 5%.
Facts.
And so it's you and this is something I'm learning in real time is self-validation. Yeah. It's self-celebration. It's self-love. It's self with Christ, but it's like it's loving me for me, regardless if whoever don't like me or whoever don't love me, because like you said, and like Tabb was saying, I do agree that attention is a dangerous drug that a lot of people are chasing right now and going, and you get a high from it. You get a high from your likes. It's a dopamine.
Yeah.
And okay, this picture got 1,000 likes. Let me see if the next one can get 1,000. Or if this picture gets 1,000 and the next one you post only get 500, now you feeling insecure about the picture you just posted, and now you go take it down.
After you just spent 2 hours trying to, figure out the picture. You're like, boy, I'm gonna kill him with this.
It's just too much. We can never satisfy man. And once you get out of the mindset of trying to satisfy man and satisfy other people, I promise y'all, it's such a peaceful, blissful life. Because you know what? A lot of people are just not going to rock with you, and that's okay. A lot of people are not going to validate you. A lot of people are not going to celebrate you, and we have to get to the position of where you can celebrate yourself and also accept the genuine love that's in front of you. Like me and Tabb talk about this a lot. When celebrities get on stage at the Grammys or these award shows, they say, I want to give a shout out to my haters. Why? Why would you shout out to your haters when you got your fans right here in front of you?
Yeah.
Or I'm doing this for the haters. Why are you doing it for the haters and not for the people who actually support you?
Yeah.
I mean, I get it. Like you can say that people not liking you is what drives you, but why is that the thing that's driving you?
Yeah.
Why are you not doing the thing for the people who actually rock with you? I never really understood that concept. Like I'm doing this for my haters. Yeah. They don't like you.
They don't like you, fool. So why are you doing it for the haters? How about just do it for the lovers? How about you do it for the people that love you? Like, all right, man, hey, this award for everybody that stuck with me. Like, for everybody that actually loves the art that I'm putting into this world, man. Like, I really rock with you, and I'm thankful for you.
Right.
Not the haters.
Not the haters. Like, we're not doing this for the haters.
That's crazy.
I promise you, this is not for the haters.
It's not for the haters. So, you know what I'm saying? So, like, the conversations that we having, it's for who it's for.
Right.
You know
I hope you like us, but if you don't, that's fine too.
That's fine.
Because everybody not for everybody.
Everybody ain't for everybody. So we ain't here to be for everybody. We're just here to help who we can help.
And talk to who want to listen.
Internet, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
I think all this just boils down to what you started the conversation off with, the isolation period, the being okay with being alone, being intentional when you do have a long time, not necessarily selfish in terms of like lack of consideration for other people, but being selfish with when you get your alone time, be selfish with that in terms of doing the things that fuel you, whatever the case is.
Yeah.
Because you have to come into knowing who you are, what you stand for, what you believe in, what makes you happy, what do you like, regardless if it's a trend or if anybody else has ever. These are $12 shades from Target. I like them. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, I like these shades.
Yeah. Them
You have to
hard.
get into the point where it's like I'm getting things that I like because I like it.
Yeah, man. So I hope y'all enjoyed the conversation. I hope the waves in the back weren't too loud. But we're gonna spend the rest of the time enjoying them.
Yeah, we just want to impromptu
As the
talk.
sun sets. Yeah, let me show y'all what's going on, man. What the beach look like exactly. Yeah, 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 yeah.
So to round us on that, I would say practical tips. Spend some time with yourself. How
Yeah.
do you do that? You put your phone down first and
Put it
foremost.
down.
If you're married with kids, when your kids go to bed, you spend intentional time just sitting down with yourself and talking to God. Like, God, show me the things in my life that I may need to work on. Show me the things in my life that are not aligned to you. Or you, we know if you can have a level of self-awareness, you know the things that you may not like about yourself. So I think practicality is being intentional when you have a long time and doing the things that can just help us be better people. I think every day we should strive to be better than we were yesterday, strive to be better than we were 5 minutes ago, and just always strive to be a better person. All right,
I
love
hope y'all
y'all.
enjoyed it.
Bye.